Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome back to Reality Realness with 3 S's. I'm your host here, Chantel Francis. And what we're talking about today is episode 30 of Love Island UK. Now, if this is your first time on Reality Realness, well, then welcome. We're very happy to have you. Please just do us all a favor and subscribe. We are trying to build a group of people that come together to talk about these reality TV shows that we all love. Well, at least I do anyway. So, Love Island, this season is having a little bit of trouble. You know, last week I would say would be the most exciting week that they've had yet. This week, I'm surprised that CASA AMOR hasn't been as dramatic as, as I was hoping that it would be. So we start off with, Chloe talking to Dale, and, she thinks that he's the best looking guy in the villa so far. I guess he is. I don't really find most of the CASA AMOR men to be that great. I would think we talked about it yesterday that maybe Mehdi was the best looking man that came in there, but I don't really see him having any screen time really this episode. Hi, Sam. So it's the fact that Hugo is still struggling with 5 new women. I can't even. I know that they cast Hugo for diversity and, wanting to give equal opportunity to anybody that may have any disabilities or whatnot. And it's amazing. I'm so happy that he has made it onto our screen. But at this point, he's had enough opportunities to try and make a connection. It doesn't seem that this is the right environment for him to find his love connection. And it's just, for me, it's taking away from maybe somebody else finding something a little more deep, or there should be some drama. Now, he did bring the drama last week, or it was last week. He did do that, and I'm appreciative of him, standing up for Chloe and getting into Toby's business, and chef's kiss. That was probably the best moment of the season. It saved the season, to be fair. But at this point, with all these new women coming in, he just doesn't seem to know how to chat. How he speaks to them, from what I'm noticing, it's kind of like an interview, or how he speaks to somebody that he likes that's part of the teaching team. It doesn't seem like somebody that's trying to date somebody, if that makes sense. There's no flirt. His flirting is very matter of fact. He when he says it's just not working. So love you, Hugo. I appreciate what you brought up until this point, but I think that your time has run out. I hate the fact that all the girls are sleeping outside. Chloe, Abigail, and Cash should not be outside, in my opinion. Well, I mean, that they're doing this to appear like they are loyal. I mean, and the women tend to be more loyal than the guys. Wouldn't be surprised though if after a couple days they don't do that anymore. Especially because we're going to see next episode, or tonight's episode, that Chloe gets some mail, some CASA AMOR mail, and it's going to probably be images of their partners kissing and this and that. And so once they see that, they might be like, well, look, they're looking at new connections. Maybe it's time for us to look at new connections. So I could see not Liberty. I don't think Liberty's probably going to be upset if she sees Jake kissing somebody. Millie also will be upset, but maybe she'll just get some comfort and cuddles from some of these new men. I do agree, though, Sam, it would create more drama if they had to sleep in the date bed, but you also can't force someone to sleep in the same bed as someone of the opposite sex. It's just not really allowed, even though it's the structure of the game. You can't be it's the rules, you have to sleep with your new partner. If you want to sleep outside, it should be on your own accord. So I do agree, though. I'm kind of on the fence. I'm back and forth with how I feel about that. So Dale doesn't really see Chloe with Toby, and Chloe she does a good job flirting. Like, I don't particularly like her voice, like her like she kind of like is just a little bit like whiny, and so I don't particularly like how she sounds. But however she does it, it seems to rope in these men. These men seem to like that lazy speech pattern that she has. Maybe it's considered flirty. I don't know. Maybe it's sexy and I can't tell, but it seems to work. It seems to get every guy to be interested in her in a certain way. So I don't know. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about at all because like guys seem to like Chloe. She seems to get the pick here of all the guys, and it's probably going to be Dale that she's going to be taking back into the villa. So Hugo better find somebody quick because Chloe is coming back with somebody no matter what. I don't see there any chance that Chloe will not come back with a partner. Absolutely. I thought the funniest line that Chloe said, she's like, he's really cute and he has the tattoos and he's not too tall and I don't like tall guys and I can overlook his neck, what do you call them? His chains. I could overlook all of his chains. I thought it was really funny that she didn't like all of his like chains that he had on his neck. It was a good line. So we see Abigail talking to the guys, and she definitely doesn't want Toby to meet somebody else. And I'm like, you've literally had one night with him, and then it was Casa Amor. You are that invested in him, or are you trying to appear to be invested so that you'll have a storyline? Because there's just no way that she cares that much about Toby. They literally have known each other for like maybe 2 days. So I was just kind of like eye roll about Abigail. I know she's trying to fit in. I know she's trying to, have purpose for being in the villa other than just breaking up Chloe and Toby. But I just don't see her being all gaga over Toby. Like he's not that great. B, he's not that good looking. C, I think he's kind of an a-hole. And D, he's definitely looking at other people. Like, what his vibe is. So I thought that it was a little bit silly that she's still pining away for Toby. Like, come on. So we see Liam and Jake, and they're talking about Millie, of course. And so they're kind of like taking a look back at the games that they were playing, and they're like, well, if Millie wasn't on my mind, he would be a lot raunchier. And so she's still a friend of mine here. Definitely. Hi, Leah. Thanks for joining. How are you today? We're kind of on Liam and Jake of it all. They're discussing the sexy games that they had just played. And Liam is basically saying that if Millie wasn't on his mind, he would be a lot more raunchy. And I think all the guys would be a lot more raunchy if they didn't have girls in the villa that like may make them feel bad. Like they may feel bad for what they do or don't do. So I'm happy that Millie is on his mind because she's really starting to like him. We're getting a lot of confessionals. She's like, I don't want to like him as much as I do, but I do. And I hope that he's being good because like she's sleeping outside as we talked about. So I'm worried for Millie because they keep on focusing on her confessionals and him being really attracted to Lily. I'm worried for her, like getting her little heart broken because I think that Jake would be more loyal than Liam at this point. Also, Liam is younger, like a 21-year-old guy, and they have like these hot girls throwing themselves at him. Like, of course they're going to be like, let's do this. So, yikes. Liam is going to leave Millie? Whoa. And she's going to be looking dumb. No. She even said she doesn't trust him yet. She's still closed off to all new boys. Girl, get your head in the game. Oh my God, Leah, do you really think that he's going to I haven't seen the first look yet, so you might have a better idea. Are they immediately doing a recap? Like, are they coming back already from Casa Amor? Because in the US, they're already doing a recoupling back to the villa. So I'm just wondering if like it's usually longer. So I would think till at least the end of the week, but let me know if that's like speculation or truth. I think Tyler will pick Clarice and Liam will pick Lily. Oh my God. And Toby will pick Mary. Don't even start. Wait, who's Toby going to pick, Sam? Is Toby going to pick Amy? Oh, wait, Toby picks, sorry, you said Mary. Toby, like Mary, sorry. Oh my goodness. See, I'm still mixing up Hugo and Toby, their names. Yes, Toby will pick Mary because he's already saying things like, yeah, we just coupled up. Like I would feel more bad if this was Chloe, but with Abigail, like, I don't really feel that badly about this yet. And so Toby is ready to stick it on Mary. Absolutely. And Hugo, though, who's Hugo going to pick? Amy? Or who else? Oh, Tyler liked Amy as well. I think Tyler's underestimating how much Kaz likes him, and he's using that as an excuse to get on with other girls. Oh my God, Tyler! If Tyler wants to survive Love Island, the TV show, he better be picking Kaz, or his life might be ruined. And I say that jokingly, but I can see a lot of people really standing up for Kaz. Like, she's finally found somebody that was in there with interest in her, that she likes, that they're kissing and they're cuddling, and they just kind of got together and it got it started. And then now they're in CASA AMOR and his head's already being turned, and it's by a white girl, right? Hold on. Tyler. Yeah, with Clarice, right? No, Clarice is not the white girl. It's the black girl that's the youngest of the family. Never mind. At least she's black. Because then it's not like it's competing on a different level, which also sucks. But Clarice is the super young girl, right? She's the one that's 20, or is that Salma? Lord of mercy. Like, I can't remember everybody's names. And literally, because the announcer was talking about like 24 names, that's actually a lot of people in the villa. I don't really think about it being that many, but there's 24 people in between the two villas. That's a lot. All right. Hugo is the most single, and yet he isn't even getting the most action. He's just a waste of space. He's giving me Johnny from Love Island UK season 3 vibes. Johnny, I think I'm picturing him, but he brought a little bit more if I remember correctly. Does he kind of have like beady eyes? I think I know who he is. Johnny from season 3. I'm getting them all mixed up. There's been so many Islanders that I'm like actually like, oh yeah, there's probably like 40 Islanders per season. I think I know who Johnny is though. But he brought more though. If it's who I think he is, let me look it up. Johnny from Love Island. I think I know who he is. Love Island season 3. Yeah, okay. It is who I thought it was. I think he's better than this guy. He brought a little bit more. No, I think this guy brought a little bit more than Hugo. But not that much. Not that much more. No, that's Salma. So Salma's the super young one? Okay, fine. And Clarice is what, like 22, 23? She does appear to be potentially mixed. Yes, she does. She's a little bit light-skinned for sure. Tyler, just stick with, maybe he's just like pretending, because I like Clarice. And obviously I want all these couples to go and break things up and like really cause a big mess in the villa. So I do want this to happen, but I just don't want Kaz to get hurt because she hasn't had the most positive experience in here so far. And so the fact that the first guy that she likes is going to really disappoint her this way, it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart too much. She's been friendship couples. She's like had to deal with Toby. Like, just let Tyler be a good guy. Right? But also, though, bring me the drama because this season's been a bit dry. A little bit dry. So, Liam pulls Lily for a chat. Liam just stepped back. And she was surprised that he pulled her for a chat, which she knows that he's interested in her. And she must be more gorgeous in real life because I don't think that she's as like wow factor as I've seen some of the women on the show before. She's obviously pretty. Everybody's obviously super gorgeous, but out of all the women there, I don't necessarily see her as being as sexy or as like alluring or, you know, hot as some of the other women, in my opinion. Why is it that Kaz gets kissed the most in Mary Kiss Pie, but everyone just sees her as a friend? That's the confusion. Well, usually in most games, the person that gets married to is the friend zone, which is, yeah, it kind of goes to your point here. I mean, I think that they kissed her maybe just to try it out, or like they want to marry their person, but if they kissed somebody else, then maybe they'd have to get in a little bit of a tiff. I don't know. Hi, Dan. Definitely going to try to vote Hugo off when I get a chance. We've been trying. People save him. I don't know why. Dan. Okay, I feel bad for Kaz. She should be doing the same as Tyler and get to know the boys, but the boys are not great. How has Medi's connection with Kaz been? Has he said anything about her? Like if she's hot or like she came here for her? I don't remember his story, and I don't remember if I even saw him this episode. Let me know. So Lily saying to Leon that she's like, oh, I can't believe you put me for Chad. I thought that you were married with children. And it's just like, no, it's the right thing to say as the temptress or the bombshell coming in, because no man, even if they're in a relationship, even if they're happily married, wants to be told that they're off limits or not desirable. Like they still want to feel desired. And so the fact that she says that, oh, I saw you as somebody that's like married and that like, I'm not going to find you attractive anymore. And I think that really gets him like, no, I want you to be interested in me. I want you to be attracted to me. And like, I think that she said the right thing to really propel that narrative for him that like, ooh, like, let me try to open up to her a little bit more. If Tyler stays loyal to Kaz, then they are a shoe-in for winning. I don't know if I'm about a shoe-in, but they're definitely quite close. I think that Liberty, they still like Liberty more. From what I've heard about the polls, Liberty is still top. And I think Kaz is third, if I remember correctly. The boys knew that the girls wouldn't be threatened by Kaz because they find her less attractive. It was an insult, in my opinion. Ugh, yeah. I don't know if it's because maybe the guys find them less attractive or just in general, like everybody does. But I totally agree with you, Sam. And it's really, it's annoying because it's like they're not kissing her because they're interested in her or that they like her. It's just because like it's an easy kiss without getting into any trouble whatsoever. It's not nice. They do talk though, and I think he says to her, and I don't know if it's just me, maybe I'm a prude. I'm not a prude, but when people say that I don't know very well, I'm just so attracted to you, it kind of grosses me out. And I'm like, no, nah. It seems to not bother her or anybody on Love Island, but if somebody that I've known for like half a day said to me like, yeah, I'm just so attracted to you. I'm attracted to you. Like, it's kind of gross. Do you guys agree with me here? Am I just overreacting? Like, I guess maybe if you're just looking for a sexual connection, then it's fine if you reciprocate it. But I don't know. I guess maybe you have to agree and find them attractive as well, and then it's not as like kind of icky. But if somebody I didn't know said that to me, I'd be like, I'm gonna friend zone you because that kind of grossed me out a little bit. I mean, I was fine with seeing Lucinda go. Now we just get rid of the other two. to Angel's Chloe and Millie. I don't mind Chloe and Millie. I don't mind. Every couple Chloe, Toby, and Hugo are in just makes me want to get them off my screen more and more. Toby, yes. I'm like completely done with Toby. I'm completely done with Hugo. I don't mind Chloe. Chloe, like, she's brought some drama. I'm interested to see what she decides to do, who she dates, like if she's going to jump ship when she goes back to the bill. Like I am interested more in what she has to do, and I'm less bothered by her than the other two, personally. So wait, what did it? Oh, and so before they separate, she kind of like leans in because she wants like a kiss, and they just get like a little peck, and she's like, "Oh, what? No tongue?" And I'm just like, really? You got tongue from him already? I guess they know that they have like a short amount of time to make a big impact. So they're going to just like lay it on thick just to interfere with these relationships. But I don't know. They know that she knows that he's in some sort of relationship thing. I really wouldn't literally stick it on him as much. I would play a little bit more coy, but I don't think I'd ever be coming in as the bombshell because like I feel too bad about interfering in anybody else's relationships. Like I'm just like, that's your business. I don't want to be a threesome. I don't want to be like any part of this mess. So I would never be cast as a bombshell because I feel guilty. So Tyler and Amy are chatting, and she asks him what he thought of her, and she says that she's beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if he said, like, I'm attracted to you, but he probably did, because it seems like that's the line of the guys. Hugo is so messy. He just wanted Chloe, which is why he gave Toby bad advice jokes. Bad advice jokes on him, because Chloe friend-zoned him real quick. He knows Chloe's not interested in him. Like he has to know that. She's never given him any sort of indication that she wants to make out with him. Like she, from what I can tell, likes a little bit more of a bad boy, like somebody that's more unavailable, unattainable, like a little bit. Yeah, she's just like not Toby at all. Toby would be a great friend. Toby would be like, a wingman maybe, but he's going to be pining away for Chloe forever because there's nothing I can see Toby doing from how I know him as a person that would be of interest for Chloe. Not at all. Teddy, Hugo, Tyler, and Jake are all chatting, and they're talking about Lily. Oh, that girl is dangerous. She's just so sexy. But Teddy is still thinking about Faye. Thank you, Teddy. Remember Faye. I want Teddy. Well, I'm just like, I'm talking out of my butt because like I want Teddy to like find someone else because like the drama that would happen if like he comes back with someone else in Faye. But then I also, the other side of me wants all these women to find love. And like, Faye has just opened up and she does like Teddy more than anybody else so far in the villa. And so I'm just like, I don't know do I want drama or do I want love? Do I want drama? Love. Drama? I think I want drama. I want drama because if they're gonna make it through, they'll make it through and they'll be stronger. Their relationship will be stronger for it. Girls chat. Millie doesn't want to share a bed. So there's that one person not sharing a bed. I have to say though, from how society has trained most of us, that women can't do the same things as men and have it be taken the same way. So I do believe that if a woman stayed, like especially in Casa Amor situations, stayed in the bed with the guy and the guy sees this, they will take it worse than if it's the other way around and the girl sees the guy in the bed with another woman. So I understand from Millie's perspective that if she doesn't want to set Liam off, just giving him the least amount of ammunition to be like, oh, well, she's sleeping in a bed with a guy. I'm going to go do this, 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 and this. So I get that. And I know that the women would be way more forgiving than the men would be, in my opinion, if they see them sleeping in bed. Because I think most of the men slept. So the only people that slept outside was Teddy and Jake. So they're the only two. And that's just the first night. They might change their mind after that. Who knows? After they see some of these games and see some of the kissy-kissy. Okay. Toby should have backsmacked Hugo for pulling that BS. I'm sorry, Leah. I loved it, and I don't love Toby. I love Toby looking stupid. I love that he was so embarrassed. I love that because he is so performative in everything that he's doing in the villa so far, and performative in the way that, like, oh, he's a good guy. Oh, that he's just trying to, like, find out what's real. Oh, like he's apologizing to Kaz and saying what she wants to hear so she looks good in the eyes of the public. He's just like all the things that he's doing is not because he's a good guy, is that he likes to being on the show, fine. He wants to get some support, and when he learned that when he was with Chloe, he was at the bottom, I think that that's one of the reasons why he jumped ship, because he thinks that Chloe was the problem as to why he was in the bottom. And I think he needs to realize it was him and his actions, because I think that Abigail and him would be dumped more quickly than Chloe and a new person. I think. I could be wrong. I think so, though. I'm here for everything Abigail is giving me. Yes, girl, giving Chloe a taste of her own medicine. Yeah, fine. Yeah, great. For what she did to Kaz by the one and only Yewande, what goes around comes around. Absolutely, I do. And Chloe even said that. She's like, it's my karma for how things went down with Kaz. And so I think she got her karma. We also know that Toby is I know anyways that Toby's not a great guy. So I think she got out good, because it seems like Toby would be mad at her continuously for the fact that like they're going to be the bottom couple. They weren't going to move up in the ranks. And I think that was probably the determining factor as to why he wanted to try something new with Abigail, is to keep the storyline on himself, go and start coupling up with another woman, and hopefully if he does it well, he's going to be in the favor of the audience. And I think that Hugo's speech kind of disrupted the apple cart here, and that he's just like, I'm trying to rehabilitate my image here, and like you totally just slagged me off, and how am I going to get the public to like me again? That's what I think. Hi Lee, Teddy likes Clarice, but he doesn't want to deal with FaZe, and so he pursue. Well, Clarice is already being scooped up by somebody else. I don't like either of them, but Hugo was so two-faced, and he deserves to get backsmacked by Toby personally. I mean, I'm just fine with it. I don't know if you were here when I said it a couple days ago. It's that like all Hugo needs to say to Toby is like, when Toby goes, well, I didn't know that I was going to do that, and it was really in the moment, and it was last minute, and all Hugo needs to say is like, yeah, I totally agree with you, and same with where I was coming from. Like, I didn't realize how I was going to react, and I was so shocked by the fact that you left Chloe standing there that this was just my natural reaction, and I'm sorry that it appears to be two-faced, but I really didn't expect you to leave her standing up there, and that really surprised me, and that's why it came out. Right? If Toby hadn't have done that and let everybody know that he was going to be choosing Chloe, I don't know if Hugo would have made that speech. Hi, RC. So Teddy also knows Faye is liked, so he wouldn't sacrifice his place for Clarice. Exactly. Does he though? He's been in the bottom in a few in votes a few times as well with Faye. Well, the Hugo factor of it all, they should have been gone essentially. That's the only vote though, right? That's been so far with them as a couple. I don't remember. Yeah, Kaz in the girls' chat is a little bit upset, though, that they're at CASA AMOR already because she was just starting to like Tyler. Ooh, this is foreshadowing because they know that like it's going to be bad news when he comes back. Tyler, Amy, Toby, and Mary all chat. And they talk about like we can chat in bed with no distractions. Oh, God, guys, you're just so slutty. I mean, if you're young, though, you can do whatever you want. Whatever. Who am I to judge? A few times? I don't think so. Yeah, I can only think of once. And Aaron and Lucinda went with that. And so I think it's no matter what, it's better for him to stay with Faye than to go with someone new. Because I think that if Aaron wasn't with Lucinda and it was with any of the OG girls, he would have stayed. So I think that if optically Teddy just looked at that, it's a better idea for him to stay with Faye than someone new, because the new people tend to go. And he's already kind of new himself. So Toby does say that he's not as attached to Abby as he was to Chloe, so that's why he feels like he has free reign in the villa right now. And see, this is like, that he's starting to play his little game, like, oh, he wants to do whatever he wants because like he's not that attached to Abby. And I'm just like, Toby, just say that you are playing the field. Don't pretend like you're a good guy. He's been the bottom twice, once by himself and once in a couple. I don't remember the by himself. Well, he has to know, though, because he's a new person, that he can't be with someone new as well. Or even Tyler needs to take a look at that, because we don't know these new women. Like, we don't know Clarice that well to know if we want her there more than we want Kaz there. So hopefully Kaz she's not going to take anybody, though. Man, these poor women. So Chloe, Faye, Millie, and Millie sleep outside. The other girls are in the living room. So Liberty, Abby, and Kaz. Sorry. Yeah, Chloe, Faye, Millie outside. Kaz, Liberty, and Abby are in the living room, and all the boys are in the bed alone. We see Jake and Teddy also outside. So Kayla is in bed with Hugo. I don't remember who is Kayla, the blonde girl. Clarice and Selma are both sleeping alone. Liam and Lily are sleeping in the same bed, and Tyler and Amy are sleeping in the same bed. Interesting. Most of the men are still sleeping with another woman. It's going to cause drama. Liam tells the boys that when he woke up, that Lily's arm was like across him and her leg was over him, and he's like, whoa. So I wonder if like a little more cuddling kind of went on than he was letting on. I wonder. I'm worried because I know they won't bring in any new men for Kaz if Tyler comes back with a new girl. I know. Brutal. I don't know. I wrote down here, though, I'm so annoyed by Hugo's chat. Yes, he's not bringing it to me in getting into a relationship vibes. Who is Hugo partnered up with in bed? It's with Kayla. So Tyler says he eventually let Amy cuddle him a little bit. So he likes Amy, but he more so likes Clarice. So I'm wondering if those women are going to start fighting for him and trying to get him to turn his head. So that could be interesting if there's a little bit more fight coming. I want carnage. I don't mind who couples up with who. I live for the mess. Yes, Lee, I do, but I told you I have like devil, like miss. And I have like love. Yes. Yeah, mess. I want my jaw to be dropped, like with that Hugo speech. I was like, I want that. I do. I do. Love has to wait. Love has to wait until after the show and out of the season. So the boys make some nice iced coffee for the women, or for at least one for Chloe. And she's like, "Oh, that's gonna be that's gonna be two chats, And so she's cute with her flirting. I do like Chloe. I know you guys don't really like her that much, but I'm a fan of Chloe. She's bringing something. She's entertaining a little bit. She's not just laying around. I like her. Hugo and Amy chat, and I said that they had a nice chat. They talked about sports and how they're both kind of competitive. And if he likes her, I can't tell. He says that he likes her, but I can't tell. And that's what I think is preventing Hugo from getting into any relationships, is that he doesn't give off interest. He doesn't give off any sort of wanting to pursue somebody. It's very matter of fact and quite sterile. And it's kind of like a coworker that he's just like getting to know in the lunchroom or whatever, the staff room. It's not like somebody that wants to take someone out on a date, that wants to make out with it. Because there's none of that. It's just like, it's like a business transaction. It's just so boring. We saw when Hugo said Amy looked nice in the orange and she just walked off. Who saw? I did not see this, Lee. Wait, so how did it happen? He was like, "You look nice," and she just like walked away. Oh my God, I had to go back and see that. That's hilarious. Maybe I can find it while I'm online. I didn't see that. Okay, I'm fine with Chloe. She's bringing something for the most part in the villa compared to the other women. Boom. Yep. So Teddy's technically single, he says, but right now he'd choose Faye. But if there's something better, he's kind of leaving the door open to Clarice there. Liam and Lily, his head still with Millie right at this point. There's no comparison. Where's your head at? And she's like, you. Uh-oh. It feels good to be wanted. And that's exactly what, like, Hugo doesn't make someone feel wanted. And like, I did say that, like, I don't want someone to be like, I'm attracted to you. Like, that grosses me out. But like, you still need to have like that flirtiness in the eye, that like, I don't know, look at their lips because you want to kiss. I don't know, something, bring something. Dale comes over for a chat, and he talks to Chloe again. And she thinks that he's fit without his chains. Hilarious. Loves that he isn't that tall. And they talk about Dragon Ball Z, or Z, as I would say it in Canada. And I guess you guys in the U2 would say Z. I've never played Dragon Ball Z or Z. I don't even know what kind of, or is it an anime? Is it an anime or is it a game? I don't know. But they seem to be able to bond on this, and it made Dale look at Chloe in a different way, as opposed to just being like this bombshell. She's actually like, could have something that they relate on that's a little bit different. So it's good for Chloe. We do learn that Toby is a Pisces, and so Pisces are very emotional. And so this is why I think that Hugo was so up in arms with what Toby was so up in arms with what Hugo did, because he's a Pisces. He's going to be feeling things on an emotional level. They're usually very moody. You can see that he has his anger. He can flip to anger in a second. Like, he doesn't get over things. He holds grudges. And that is signs of the water element. Water signs, usually moody. Don't let things go. Hold a grudge. Remember everything that people have done. And if it's correct, my source, I believe Hugo is a Leo. And even though he's not fully Leo, like me, but Leo's like attention, right? Leo's likes being the center of attention. And look at that big stunt that he pulled to be the center of attention, even at the risk of losing his friendship with Toby. So that, and Leos aren't going to be that sentimental over this thing. You can see how how Hugo interacts with Toby, and he's just kind of like, matter of fact as usual, and he doesn't think he did anything wrong, is because he's not really emotionally connected in the same way that Toby would be. So that made a little more sense as to why Toby is so upset about this. Like, get over it. But it's because he's more emotional than Hugo is, which is surprising. So I give the best massages, says Clarice to Tyler. Massages lead to a lot of things. But she does say that she feels like he's closed off. He says his top two are Amy and Clarice. So he does have his eyes on both of those women. He did share the bed with Amy, and then now he's getting a massage from Clarice. His head could be turned, but it just wouldn't be good for his game. But who knows if he's playing a game or if he's just playing horny guy. Who knows? So Kaz is getting some help with her booty, with some squats. I don't know who it was that actually helping her out. I can't fully tell them apart yet. Sorry. I've got a text, and they're going to be playing a very traditional Love Island game. It's going to be raunchy races where they're competing against the other villas. So it's either like the fastest people do sex positions, or the tallest person has to kiss the shortest person. And the way that it brings some drama is when you know the stat of one of your guys. So Millie knows that Liam is either the same height or taller than Tyler. So if it's the tall guy, he might be the one that's going to be kissing, or, the lowest letter in the alphabet, or the first letter in the alphabet, or longest name. Like, it's going to be different variations so that the people can figure out, it's probably going to be so-and-so that does this task. And then they can tell by the speed that they completed or which villa wins the round. It's like, oh my God, like, he kissed them really quickly or he kissed them really well. How did they win that? So a little bit of drama gets brought out from this game. They just love putting in toe sucking, though, which is hilarious. But Liberty is pissed. She's like, because she knows that, like, Jake loves toes and he has a foot fetish. And she's just, like, not really excited that he's most likely kissed another girl, because I think maybe that was, like, the shortest person in the villa or something, and that would have been him. So but Abby said the line of the night, because, like, Liberty was upset about the toe sucking, and Abby's like, he was thinking of your toe. He was thinking of your toe the whole time. And I was like, that was really funny, Abby. Like, don't worry, Liberty. He was thinking of your toe every time he was sucking on another person's toe. Your toe the whole time didn't cross. Like, it only crossed his mind. I thought it was funny. Definitely hilarious, Abby. So you brought something there for me. We see confessional with Millie pining away over Liam, and Liam's head is scrambled. Uh-oh. And then end of the episode, we see Chloe receiving some news, and the news is of Casa Amor. So I'm excited to see what happens tonight. We want the drama, not the love. We're going for drama here. Maximum drama, maximum carnage, we've decided. So that's all I have for you guys today about this episode. I mean, I love talking about this show, even if it's not as great as I've loved it in the past. I still love it. It's still fab time. So if you want more Love Island content, make sure you just jump across the street in about 15 minutes. We'll be talking about Love Island USA, another Casa Amor situation. So that should be fun. And you guys all know the drill by now, at least I hope so. Please subscribe. We're trying to build a family of people that love reality TV, especially Love Island. So please do so. Leave some comments below and let me know who you think is going to have their heads be turned. Do you think any of the women's head will be turned? Will all the women stand there and waiting for their man? And which men will have their head turned for sure? Let me know in the comments. I will take a look at them and respond. And I'll see you tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, and then across the street in about 15 minutes. Thanks, everybody in the chat, for joining me. Obviously, I love hanging out with you guys every day to do our Love Island UK coverage. So till tomorrow, see you then. Ciao.